I wanted to ask you about this before we get into the female rap report card. So we have seen a bit of an exodus at No Jumper. A bunch of the hosts who you previously did podcasts with. They moved on and started up their own independent thing. How did you feel about this exodus, and what do you think? Does it make you excited for them, because you were kind of the one of the people who was giving them shit about being employees, and now they are objectively bosses?
I wouldn't say I was giving them a shit about it. I was just pointing out a fact. At the time, they were employees here, and I came to be interviewed.
And kind of amazing that you had to be the first one to tell them that they were employees.
Yeah, I mean, I have two eyes.
I had never, we had never said it like that. I wasn't going out of my way to say that, but when they got mad at you for saying it, I was like, oh shit.
Is that the improper verbiage for it?
Hey, it seems accurate to me. I mean,
but I do wish them well and much success with their entrepreneurship, their own platforms. That's dope. Always great to see.
But you, just like them, are employees somewhere, and then you also have your own platform.
Yeah. And that's great. That's absolutely great. Again, with the whole employee thing, because people come up to me in the streets all the time, and be like, "I'm not an employee. I'm a boss," and they say stuff like that to me at like gas stations and shit like that. The whole situation happened because they brought up people from LA radio that I guess they had called and told them XYZ about me. And then once they brought them up, they said, okay, well, why are you focused on them? Well, T-Rail said, why are you focused on them? You should focus on doing a podcast. And I'm like, okay, I've been doing a podcast since 2020, so you didn't even research the person that you personally invited up here to interview. Yeah. And again, I came for an interview. I didn't come for corporate consulting from employees. Like, it doesn't make any sense for me, an owner of a platform, to listen to an employee of a platform to tell me, oh, you shouldn't be doing a report card. Like, you wouldn't be interviewing me if I didn't do a report card. You get what I'm saying? Well, so, not just T-Rail, Gina said it as well. Different people said it, like, oh, you're wrong for doing this report card, or oh, we're not supposed to review the music like that. You're only supposed to talk about the music that you do like. Don't talk about the music that you don't like. So my mom told me, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And I'm
That's a recipe for nobody giving a shit about your opinion in media, is if you're always too scared to actually have an opinion.
To me, that's just not necessarily journalism, or at least not the journalism I want to do. Yeah. So again, the employee thing was just about my preference. Like, this is how I run my business. When you're at No Jumper, you're an employee. When you're at your business, you're at your business. Do what you want to do, but don't blame me for having a report card and grading music. But as far as them doing their own thing, I just feel like that was God. Again, I'm a spiritual person. I feel like that was just a seed that he wanted me to plant in their minds of being a boss and an entrepreneur and focusing on your own platform instead of vehemently defending. Like, I wasn't even attacking No Jumper. I was just saying I came here to be interviewed. I didn't come here to hear from employees that I'm wrong for doing a report card. Or XYZ, you get what I'm saying?
Because so much of the discourse around like the report card, or you having anything critical to say about radio or whatever, is basically like, don't rock the boat. Don't have the gall to insult an artist, because a lot of artists, it's just like common knowledge, assumption. They are a good artist. They're a nice guy. You're not allowed to say anything bad about them. And that just makes for boring ass content. And same thing with, oh, that guy's a DJ at this radio station or whatever, so you can never have a perspective on him or never say anything about him. I mean, that is the standard in LA. And to me, it's super boring.
And I broke that mode. I wasn't going to be quiet. For what? It's not working. I can see if it was working. I can see if everybody's platinum, everybody's on Double XL, Fresh Recover, everybody's Grammy nominated, BET Awards. There's 5, 6 LA artists nominated. But that's not the case. So somebody needs to speak up and say something. I wasn't going to be quiet and wait another 5-10 years of suffrage. I remember being in middle school, like 2008, 2009, and Snoop Dogg is on the radio in New York saying, hey, back home, they won't play our music on the radio. When I go to Atlanta, they're playing Atlanta artists. When I go to New York, they're playing New York artists. The LA radio, he said this. I can show you the video. Snoop Dogg sat on DJ Who Kid's show and said they don't play music back home, my LA music back home in LA. And so what, we're supposed to deal with that for another 20 years, or I must speak up and say something and say my piece?
No, definitely. So what made you want to branch out into doing different report cards, like this female rap report card, and then even the Atlanta one? Yeah. Was that, I don't know, like, are you more inspired by Atlanta music at this point? Is that why you wanted to do it? Because you just fuck with a lot of these rappers?
No, one, it makes logistic sense. And it was suggested, like, people would comment, oh, do New York, do this city, do that city. It's still cities I want to do. I want to do Memphis, Miami. I want to do Tokyo. I want to do London. I want to do Toronto. Like,
Tokyo's gonna be tough if you don't speak the language.
I can translate.
Oh, okay.
So it's just I don't want to just put myself in a box like a lot of LA rappers do. I can't be hypocritical and say LA rap, let's grow and expand past LA, but then I'm not willing to do any work on my own and grow and expand past LA. And like I said, I dropped the Detroit report card on my birthday in March, and that was the biggest card
The Detroit one went
Detroit
crazy.
rap went crazy.
Really?
That's like with Payroll Giovanni, Babyface Ray, Vizo, Skilla Baby. Shout out to him. He's one of my favorite artists.
And you included Flint rappers as well?
Yeah, just Detroit area because
Right,
I wasn't finna do a Flint card, Detroit card.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, no.
But okay, so what is like in terms of you actually putting it together? What is the hard part? Because like for me, if I were to like be even filling this out for any of these rappers, I would have to listen to a lot of K Camp before I felt like I was really ready to judge his catalog or his, consistency as like even just catalog. Like you're gonna have to listen to all these fucking projects. Like this could potentially take like hundreds of hours to put one of these together, right?
If it's not an artist that like Blue Bucks Clan, I don't have to go back and listen to it because I listen to it every day. So if it's not an artist that I'm consistently listening to all the time, I go do a deep dive and listen to it as much as I can possibly listen to. And it doesn't take me 100 hours to know that I think your flow is XYZ.
Right.
It won't take it. I'll know that. It won't take me 100 hours to know that I think that your cadence could be better or that your cadence is off the hook and it's a 10 or a 9 or 8. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't take 100 hours to determine certain things. I don't have to watch 1,000 music videos to know that I think your videos on a scale of 1 to 10 is XYZ. I just need to watch maybe 10 of them or 15 or 20 of them.
Oh, shit. So you went with some different categories between the Atlanta one and the female rap one. Because for the female one, it has like fashions for you. And on this one, it says impact. Oh, I guess both have impact. But
both have impact.
You
but
switched
fashion,
it up a bit.
Yeah, I switch it up sometimes. Like we have style on the LA Rap Progress Report card. I didn't want to put fashions. I wanted to put style because it's men and women on here. On the female card, it says fashions because those are ladies.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So why do Carti got a 55?
Cardi
B?
No.
You on the Atlanta?
okay.
I don't necessarily like his style of music. I like his older stuff in 2018, like that way.
Yeah, me too.
But all the super vamp, emo, gothic thing that it's gone to, obviously that's not my thing.
Yeah.
So his
props
fans
to you
was
for
heavy.
having the balls to say that because very few people are actually willing to acknowledge that they don't really get the Playboi Carti thing because it's so popular with like a certain wave of this younger generation.
Too satanic for me.
Yeah.
To me, it's just it's a little boring just because I grew up listening to so much metal and hardcore and stuff and rap at the same time. And so like a lot of the stuff that he does just seems kind of redundant to me. Now, as time goes by, I can't appreciate it because he's bringing something different to hip hop. And sometimes when I even see the footage of him performing and rolling out, but it still somehow falls under the hip hop umbrella. And even though like you could listen to a whole lot of Red and there's like very little that feels like rap, it's I don't know.
But the music though is profound, right? Like,
is it profound? To me, it feels kind of repetitive for like stuff that I grew up on.
Definitely redundant, and not even. I don't grow up listening to metal or anything like that. But it's like once you see somebody do that, it's like how many times are you gonna come out dressed like that?
Well, because I feel like for people like especially like from hip hop who really like don't listen to like rock and metal, right?
So to them, it's sort of revelatory sometimes of like, oh, this is crazy. This is the craziest thing I ever heard.
But we had Lil Wayne doing rock music and doing the rock star stuff,
and he deserves all the credit in the world.
When I was growing up,
he broke that shit open in like 2008. He put that Rebirth album out. Me and all my friends fucking hated it, and now we all look at it as super influential.
Uzi, every artist is copying Wayne. He's one of the most influential rappers.
Yo, listen, I personally feel like Cali Ass is fat enough to where she should get like at least an 85, man.
Adam, do me a favor and look and see if you see ass as a category at the top.
Yo, Cali is bad though, man.
She is okay. I know. Yeah.
I don't
the
think
music wise, I don't really feel me.
So Flacco, you gonna add the ass category on the female rapper report card for sure,
right? Now
what percentage of these do you think have BBLs? Think about it. We'll get back to it later.
Yeah, BBL category would be nice.
Like 10. No, but the one more thing though. So Skippa Da Flippa, man. Now he's somebody who I've personally have taken an invested interest into his career, right?
Yeah.
Because one, he's also a fellow stutterer too.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Well, what you mean? Like you interviewed him?
Maybe that's why his.
Hey, he was stuttering like a motherfucker. Like yes. He filmed their interview.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, but the two though. Listen, bro. In terms of his impact, like he's the one who influenced the whole Migos flood. Right?
Can that be proven? Because
he was around early.
Yeah, but the whole nationwide, the national perspective of that is Migos are the originator.
No,
of that
bro, Skippa Da Flippa was, man.
On a national level, that's common.
No, here, right?
I don't feel like you get many points for just having a flow early on if somebody who's like adjacent to you kind of
blows up with it.
Because they always will have this conversation about like, oh, Chief Keef, Chief Keef, but Lil Reese was rapping like that before Chief Keef.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah.
So whose impact score gonna be higher? Chief Keef.
Yeah.
He deserves credit for that, but at the same time, if one person made like, pop smash records with that flow
Right.
just because you were doing it a few months earlier. I mean, I'm sorry, like he's getting the credit.
It's
for
like
it.
Dom Kennedy and Larry June in that regard.
But the flow been a 7 though. Like when like Skippa Da Flippa and like Takeoff, it's all flow. Like,
But isn't his name Skippa Be Havin' or some shit now? Like he changed his name, didn't he?
I think so.
I forget what he changed it to.
that might fit in the box as well, but I like how Skipper the Flipper looks.
No, I like it too, but I feel like he changed it as Skippa.
Nah.
So what do you give him? Let me ask you this: what would you give him in flow? Because I have him at the
Flow
7.
10.
What do you 10?
Bro, like he
You're
listen.
right. He did. He changed it back at some point.
Yeah, bro, like
You're generous. You're very generous.
he is flow though, like, right? Like he listen, right? Like in terms of lyrics, in terms of the beat selection, music, but like he is legit, like all flow.
Okay.
right? Like he's flow and like almost nothing else.
Well, when I make it next year, I will definitely call you when it's time to get the Skipper the Flipper. I
Yeah,
will call
so-
you, put you on the phone before I put ink to paper.
Now you gave 2 Chainz a 92, which again,
Yes.
like
phenomenal MC.
He is an amazing.
he's an
artist.
OG.
Phenomenal
so-
MC,
so, like, I
well
would,
dressed,
you know.
Brandon, a whole bunch of content on Vice, different shows and things like that.
I feel like he is
Trap
an artist
Museum.
I haven't listened to in a long time, and I feel almost kind of embarrassed. Because when was his
But
last
he's dropping the joint projects with Lil
hasn't dropped,
Wayne.
right? Like,
yeah, he dropped the
yeah.
project last year.
A real 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't. Damn, that's
With
crazy.
it's the album with the blue backdrop, and he has an old school picture of him. I'm forgetting the name of it. It's something clever.
Okay, yeah, he 2022 he dropped an
With the
album.
blue backdrop and that old childhood
2020.
picture.
He's
a
still
young
dropping
picture
like
of him.
that? God damn.
Yeah, he's a consistent MC, and he can rap alongside East Coast MCs. That's my favorite thing about him. I love when South artists can rap like alongside the East Coast.
Pretty
MCs.
Girls Like Trap Music. I think that was the last one that I was in tune with in 2017.
That had
grimy.
bangers on it, but
Yeah.
he's dropped music since then.
I might really listen to him on the drive home because he got all these classic projects that I haven't listened to forever. Like him rocking the Chewy outfit, taking a piss.
Nah, that's hard.
People were shocked that Russ was on the Atlanta Report Card, but he is from Atlanta. And he said that he has a copy of it hanging on his fridge.
I mean,
word?
if Doja Cat is getting to be on the LA list, then you got to put Russ on the Atlanta list, right?
Oh man, yeah, I only put Doja. Well, Complex just ranked us number 4, was it in rap wise?
LA.
Complex ranked Los Angeles number 4, I believe. And they had Doja Cat, Tyler the Creator,
Yeah,
Kendrick,
well, okay,
Kendrick
that's
Lamar
why
as our mascots.
Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
like, yeah, let me stop with the
I mean,
bias.
when you want to
with
really
the Valley
talk
bias.
about LA or American cities that have really fully fleshed out hip hop scenes, I mean, it's going to be pretty limited. You have Atlanta, you have Chicago, you have LA, you got New York.
They had Detroit after us. I would put Detroit before. And I love LA. I rep LA, but me personally, I feel like Detroit is making better music than LA right now. They had Detroit in like 9th or 8th place. I would put Detroit.
I think that would be
over
hard to
LA.
argue. Yeah,
New York is
Detroit-
above there, right?
New York was like number 2. Atlanta was number 1.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
I got to put New York above LA right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
because of Drill Wave and
and,
everything.
yeah, and like who was 3? Florida?
No, I believe 3 was Chicago.
So what the fuck? I mean, like out of Chicago right now, that's
Or was it Memphis? I think 3 was Memphis.
it. Probably Memphis,
Right.
Right. Like
Remember,
in
but-
Chicago right now, they ain't shit coming out of Chicago, but they're.
I would have
don't
had
think?
Los Angeles at 5. I would have had Detroit at 4, and I would have had Los Angeles at 5.
Maybe I'm overrating.
And that's
Chicago
just me
right now.
being brutally honest. And I love LA. I'm repping
Yeah,
LA,
right.
but